Is mouthwash actually bad for your teeth? We all want fresh breath and white teeth. And for many of us, mouthwash seems like a no-brainer, a part of our routine. But what if I told you that most people who use mouthwash could actually be doing more harm than good? Yes, it's true. Some mouthwashes can strip away good stuff from your teeth. Others can dry out your mouth, making bad breath worse. And the super strong ones might even kill off the good bacteria your mouth actually needs. I see these mistakes all the time, even with people who are super health conscious. So in this video, we're going to uncover the 3 biggest mouthwash mistakes, who really needs mouthwash and who might not, and how to use it the right way. So most people think mouthwash is an essential as brushing and flossing. But let me ask you, if you're already brushing twice a day and flossing every night, do you really need a mouthwash? The answer for many is probably not. This is where millions go wrong, thinking that mouthwash does things that it simply doesn't. Let's look at some of the most common myths. So the first one is mouthwash will replace brushing and flossing. Nope, absolutely not. Mouthwash cannot remove plaque. Only brushing and flossing can physically remove the plaque. If you rely on mouthwash for plaque removal, you're leaving a lot of gunk behind. The second myth is that stronger or alcohol-based mouthwash are better. And that's not necessarily true. Those strong alcohol-based mouthwashes kill all the bacteria, the good and the bad. Your mouth needs some bacteria. Wiping them all out can disrupt the balance and actually let more bad bacteria grow back later. Plus, alcohol can really dry out your mouth. The third myth is that all mouthwashes prevent cavities. But the truth actually is that only fluoride mouthwashes can help prevent cavities. And even then, it's an add-on. It's not a replacement for brushing and flossing with a fluoride toothpaste. Many mouthwashes don't even contain fluoride. And another big mistake that I see is using mouthwash right after brushing. And the truth is that if you use a fluoride toothpaste, which you should, it needs time to work its magic on your teeth. That's about 20 or 30 minutes. If you immediately rinse with mouthwash after, you're washing all those protective benefits from your toothpaste away. Some people should probably never use mouthwash daily. We'll get into that why in a minute. So when is mouthwash actually helpful? Okay, so mouthwash isn't all bad. It can be useful, but only if you know why you're using it and what it really does. So the first thing it can do is freshen your breath temporarily. Yes, it does give you that minty fresh feeling, but if you have chronic bad breath, mouthwash is just a temporary mask. It won't fix the underlying issues like having a dry mouth, having gum disease, or even digestive problems. It's like spraying air freshener in a messy room. It smells better for a while, but the mess is still there. The second thing is that it will reduce gum inflammation. Dentists sometimes prescribe specific mouthwashes, like those with chlorhexidine, for a short period of time to help with gum disease. But long-term use of these can have side effects, like staining your teeth or messing with your mouth's natural balance. This isn't your everyday mouthwash. So who actually needs mouthwash? Mouthwash isn't for everyone, but here are a few cases where it can be beneficial. Usually recommended by a dentist. If you have gum disease, again, often a prescription type to help manage bacteria alongside professional treatment like brushing and flossing and cleaning. If you are prone to cavities, a fluoride mouthwash can give an extra boost to help strengthen enamel. This is especially true if your dentist says you're at high risk or have a few very early signs of decay. If you have a dry mouth, less saliva means a higher risk of cavities. However, you need the right kind of mouthwash. An alcohol-based one will only make a dry mouth even worse. So choosing your mouthwash, what's the deal? Let's break down the common types. The first one is an alcohol-based mouthwash. And the advantage here is that an alcohol-based mouthwash will effectively kill bacteria and gives you that really strong, tingly feeling. And it can also help with gum issues like gingivitis. The downside is that it dries out your mouth, which is bad for caries risk and breath. It can also be harsh on sensitive gums, and I personally wouldn't recommend an alcohol one for long-term daily use. The second option is an alcohol-free mouthwash, and it's much more gentler and it doesn't dry out your mouth as much, so it doesn't increase the risk of cavities from dryness. But on the downside, it might not feel as strong or tingly as the alcohol based ones, but that doesn't mean it's working. The other option is a fluoride mouthwash, and the big advantage here is that it helps strengthen enamel and prevent cavities. But I suppose on the other side, if you're already using a fluoride toothpaste and aren't at high risk of cavities, it's probably a bit overkill. Too much fluoride, especially for kids, can lead to white spots on their teeth, which is called fluorosis. You might also consider a natural or a herbal mouthwash, and the advantage here, it uses natural ingredients like tea tree oil or aloe vera, and these can freshen your breath, and some might have mild antibacterial properties. The disadvantage here is that the scientific evidence to back up the big claims is often limited, and more research is needed. So, how do you actually use mouthwash the right way? Okay, so we've decided that we're going to use a mouthwash. You know what you're using it for, and you know which one you're going to pick. Here's how to use it properly. Brush and floss first, always. Mouthwash is an extra, not a replacement. After brushing, if you use a fluoride toothpaste, wait about 20 or 30 minutes after brushing before using mouthwash. Don't wash away all the good fluoride. Remember, choose the right one. Pick a mouthwash for your specific needs, like an alcohol-free one if you have a dry mouth, or fluoride one if you're cavity prone. Don't dilute it. Don't add water to your mouthwash. It'll reduce its effectiveness. Don't swallow it. It's obvious, but it's important to say. Some ingredients can be harmful if ingested. And don't rinse with water immediately after. Just like with the fluoride toothpaste, you want to let the active ingredients in the mouthwash do their job. Don't overuse it, especially strong or medicated ones. You can disrupt the good bacteria in your mouth. And also, ask your dentist if you have any concerns or questions. Your dental professional is the best person to ask. They know your mouth best. The key takeaway is this: mouthwash isn't a magic bullet for perfect oral health. It can be a helpful tool when used correctly and for the right reasons, but it is absolutely not a replacement for good old brushing and flossing.